Okay, so with Majestic, if you do any kind of backlink building and the backlink building that was done, if it doesn't show up that, as a record in Majestic, that means that the link is not being indexed by Google. Now, the way Google works is like this. This is one big World Wide Web, and what Google does is they separate the whole web into these segments, right? So what usually happens is if you're a high authority website, high PR, like CNN and all the bigs.
Like the high PR sites, Facebook, Yahoo, Twitter, like that.
Right, right, right. So these are like spidered, like like I don't know, 100 times a day. Then there's medium PR, which is e-commerce stores, which are not Amazon, but like just different stores, blogs that are read often, right? And this might be scraped like twice a day or something. And then you have the low PR, which are very new e-commerce sites or niche blogs, stuff like that. So this might be like once a day.
Okay.
And then you have form profiles, which might be once a month.
Okay.
And then you might have other form profiles and comment blogs, which are done once every 6 months. And at one point, it might never be indexed. It might be out of the index completely, which means it's there might be a section which Google never looks at, or they might look at it, but they don't put it a part of their index.
Well, you mean that Google didn't crawl on it?
No, they might have crawled, but they said this content is pointless to us, so we're not even going to save it in our database.
So this is the Google Penguin we're talking about.
The Penguin is an algorithm, but a part of the algorithm, they would de-index certain websites. And when they de-index certain websites, that website might have been here first, and after the Penguin, now it's in here, which is no longer indexed completely. Or maybe, the form profiles got devalued, so it went from being a low PR to now being once every 6 months. This is what happened with these links. Now, the link builder that we have, which I'll bring up on the screen, he's doing stuff which, like he's doing these blog comments. Yes, they are relevant. They are automotive related, but they might be somewhere here or somewhere here, which means Majestic, which is very similar to Google. Majestic always looks at high PR, medium PR, low PR, and maybe even sometimes comes here, but they rarely come here. Same as Google, they rarely come there as well. So I'm not saying that he didn't do the work. I'm not saying that those links are not valuable. Like you said, yes, it will take time. I know it will take time. It might take 6 months before those links are valued, but I don't want to wait 6 months. I want it to be done now. So the idea is to find the links that are currently located at least here. So here is once a day. Okay, this is once a day. This is 10 times a day, and this is 100 times a day. And this is once a month. This is once in 6 months. I don't want once a month. I don't want once in 6 months. I want all my link building to be on these kind of websites.
Okay, I got it.
Now, how do we get these websites? So this is a hit and miss. There is no right or wrong. And every time Google changes their algorithm, it could change again. A month ago, form profiles and comments were here. Now they're not here. So now we have to tweak what we're doing. Look, he did a lot of links here, right? Like he did a lot of social bookmarks on Dig and Delicious and Reddit, and he did these. Now, here's the blog that he was doing, YouTube blogs. You would assume that 3 days later, if any of the stuff that he did, if it was at least here, Majestic would pick it up, right? But when I go to Majestic and type this URL in, nothing shows up. There's nothing done. Now, yes, I know he did the work. I'm not saying he didn't do the work. But what I'm saying is that there is no, it's not being indexed. Now, there could be one way of handling it, which is why I'm saying let's find somebody on Scrapebox. So what can be done theoretically, and again, this needs to be tested, is we take all of the URLs that he did, all of these, and all of these, and submit it through Scrapebox to 100,000 sites. So what could happen, and again, this is all hypothetical, is Google will actually value 10 of those 100,000 sites, which I'm sure they will. I mean, the odds are very high for it to be valued, 10 out of 100,000. And those 10, Google will say, okay, these 10 sites are actually valuable, and these 10 sites are linking to these 5 social bookmarks, which means these 5 social bookmarks could potentially be also valuable, which means that I will take those bookmarks and put them, instead of from here, I'm going to put it back here, right? And then they will pick it up and give me the score for it. It still needs to be tested, but it could happen. This is one of the reasons why I said let's get somebody on Scrapebox to take all of the links that are being built here and Scrapebox them to see if we can get them to be a part of the index. Now, if it doesn't work, which is an option, it's a possibility that it's not going to work, then we have to look at other things that he's good at. He said he's good at article directory, he's good at directory links, right? And he said that he might be able to do more comments and approve them. Now, I like the comment that he did, because if I go here, the one that got approved, there is no comment spam. There's only 3 people. Usually, if it's like a garbage blog, there would be hundreds of new comments that are being spammed, but there's only 3, which is a good thing. I'm not saying this is a bad thing, but this blog is not being a high authority according to Google, which means we have one of the 2 choices. Either Scrapebox it, this particular URL, or the other thing, I mean, we can't do anything else. We just have to...
The only choice we have is the black hat method, because we need quick results. That's it.
Yes and no. The thing is, the black hat method doesn't work also, because the black hat method would be, let's take all of the links, or let's take all of these and throw them into Scrapebox. And that's not going to work, because Google is, between the Panda updates and the Penguin updates, they're looking for these patterns where you have a spike in links. You don't want to get a spike of links. So in reality, we're not doing the black hat, it's more of a gray hat. Why is it a gray hat? Because it's not like Auto Fantasy Cars is saying, hey, visit this website. We're inserting us forcefully into their site, but the site is relevant. I think that if the users who read this site checked out the blog with U2 wheels, they might find that beneficial. So the question is, if you had to pay this blog to link to you, would you pay this blog, and would the users that visit this blog benefit from that link? Would they find your content useful? If the answer is yes, that means it's a good link. So the answer here is that this is an automotive blog, it's reviewing a car, and I'm saying check out these wheels that might go for your car, which means it would have been a white hat SEO if we didn't do the blog comment. But because we did a blog comment, that's considered black hat. But because we did it manually and we actually did research beforehand, now it's considered gray hat because it's not black or white. Now, I don't want to do black hat. I'm okay with gray, but I don't want to do black hat. So going back to this, now, will we implement some black hat strategies? Yes. The black hat strategy is take this link and send it through Scrapebox so Google can honor that link. Now, what could potentially happen to this particular link? This particular link might fall in ranking because it sees a big spike in traffic. But I don't care about it because I care about the link within this link to be valued.
Okay, to be indexed, okay.
To be indexable, correct.
Okay.
You see, it's a bit complex. Like, it's not just a straightforward, I do social bookmarks and we're done. Which is why a lot of these individuals on oDesk, when I was looking at them on Ahrefs to see, the quality of their work on the chart, it's not great because they don't have an individual like me to tell them how to do things. They just do their own thing and it never gets indexed. Maybe a year from now it's going to benefit the website, but not today. So what do I need you to do? What I need you to do is, number one, I need you to monitor Majestic as they're doing the work. So I'm going to add a column here called Majestic Index, right? This would be a number that Majestic shows up. I'll actually take this blog and put it through Majestic so you can see. Okay, so this blog has like 3 domains in the past 30 days. In the past history, it has 12 domains with 23 backlinks. I'm going to put here Majestic. I'm going to put down Majestic links and Majestic domains. So right now it's 0, 0. But if you check it later and all of a sudden it becomes like 12 and 23, you put that number in there. I mean, that's really the only thing that I need you to do for now. There are other tools. Okay, so I'm going to give you access to this tool called SEO Moz. And in SEO Moz, you're going to click on Research Tools, and you're going to click on Keyword Difficulty and SERP Analysis. Okay, now I put in U2 wheels, and I'm going to run a report, which is what we're trying to rank. Now the question is, let's say that this is post getting the Majestic link. So let's say that this becomes, I don't know, 20 and 50, for example, right? And then we check the ranking. You check if this blog is ranked for U2 wheels, and let's say the answer is no. So then you need to see why is it not being ranked. So I type in U2 wheels, and I see what is the difficulty. Now, this one is easy. Look, the difficulty, it says 25%, and you can, as you do more and more, you'll catch on to, the higher it is, the more competitive it is. But in this case, look, you need to have, like this guy, for example, Down South Custom Wheels, his domain authority is 17, and he only has one quality link, and he's ranked number 9. One quality link, that's all you need. So in order to match this guy, we'll need one quality link. In fact, we can maybe even see where he gets that link and just match that link. But here's the thing. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to take my URL, right? And I'm going to say I want to compare my quality. Let me go through SEO Moz, Research Tool, and OpenSiteExplorer.org. Okay. So I'm searching for this, right? Now look at this. This is page authority 1 because it has no links, but domain authority is 97. This domain authority is 17, which means that our domain authority matches eBay's domain authority. So the only thing really left to do is just get one quality link to point to the website, and we're done, and the blog will rank.
Okay.
So I'm just saying that when you end up here and you're at 2050, and then you go back to here and you see that you only need one, then there's one of the two things that's going on. Either those 20 or 50 links are bad. They're so bad that they're not, none of them are quality, which means not even one of them is quality. Or something else is going on. Maybe the blog is sandboxed by Google, which means it's under a penalty, or something is going on if that's the case. So you can ask me to look into it if you're not sure, and we can look at it together and figure out what could be the problem. But the first step to everything is getting Majestic to show up that number. Same thing here. If I typed in U2 wheels, it says 0 links are being routed to this website. So all the social bookmarks he did are not being indexed neither by Google, nor by Site Explorer, nor by Majestic. Maybe Scrapebox can fix it, but I don't know if it will. We have to try it. Anyway, for now, what I want you to do is I want you to tell him to stop the bookmarks and continue to do blogs and article directory and maybe directory link, and maybe do all directory links on this URL, and then on the next URL do all blogs, and on the next URL, you know what I'm saying? So separate them so we know what works. And then we'll see. And if nothing works, then again, we're gonna have to just keep testing to see what works. Every time there's gonna be a Google update, something will change differently.
Okay. Can you see the other guy's work? Can you go to the serial number 2400? Okay. Can you go? Yes. There you go.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's try him. So this one is buy, rent, wheel online. We're going to go to Majestic first and see if there is any kind of indexing on it. There's nothing for now, but he started yesterday. Okay, so we still have to wait to see what happens, but so far there's nothing. Yep, there's nothing. And just to confirm, because just in case, let's say it didn't pick up for whatever reason, we're going to go here and we're going to type this word in and see if this one comes up. Buy, rent a wheel online, right? So I'm going to just type that in Google, and we're looking for a blog called Buy, Rent a Wheel Online. Rent a wheel online. Rent it, nope. Rent a wheel online. Nope, nope, doesn't show up. So that means that whatever he's doing has not been valued yet. Let's see, he did BBC Daily News. Alright. And then he did. Why is it with a www on it?
I don't know. I'm also curious about it. Try to enter the address without www if it shows up.
Yeah, same. Yeah, so same situation. I mean, they're both doing the same method. If Scrapebox doesn't help it, then this method is dead completely.
Mm-hmm.
Which means we have to move on to articles or directories. And again, directory, there was an announcement yesterday that some directories got de-indexed. Do you know how to check if the de-indexing occurred or not? What you do when he's doing a directory, right? To check if the directory is even valid or not, you take the domain name and you go to Google and you type it in. And if it's not the first one on the list, that means that it's de-indexed, so you should not even do links to it. You might want to tell them that before they put a link on a directory to put it into Google, make sure it's number one. If it's not number one, I don't want a link there. Pass them that information and tell them to stop doing social bookmarks altogether. In the meantime, I'll do the Fiverr gig myself with a Scrapebox. I'm going to give them all of these URLs to see what happens, see if they're going to get picked up. In the meantime, have them do like articles and directories, and we'll go from there.
Okay, I'm giving them articles from iAuto blogs. I myself will give them the articles.
Okay.
They will post it into directories. They have directory lists, and I will make sure the submissions they are posting are on top of the list of Google.
Okay. As they're working, just check on Majestic like randomly once every few days to see if anything is being picked up. Because if it's still at 0, just let me know. We're going to have them move. Basically, I'm going to have them move through each one of these. Now, if we're going to face the situation that none of them work, let's say the Penguin completely annihilated articles and directories and social bookmarks and comments. That's it. None of these work anymore. Then we're going to have to go back to actual manual link building and research each competitor from Google and just do the whole thing manually. I would prefer not to do that because that's going to be like, we're probably going to have to hire 10 more people for that. But I mean, we have to do whatever, has to be done. So what needs to be done is either somebody can show proof that whatever they're doing is working and we can validate that using Ahrefs, or we need somebody who actually owns a network of blogs which is not de-indexed and work with their network to do the posting, which is why I told you, post a job if anybody has a UAW account, and if they say, yes, I do, we'll ask them, give me the latest link building that you did, and we'll check if they are getting results with that or not. The UAW is the unique article wizard submission where they have their own blog network. And maybe there is someone. But I'm just saying it's no longer about how much money. It's about either the methods are working or not working, because labor is labor. Like, I know what needs to be done, and I know how to check what works or what doesn't work. So it's not like I don't want to pay somebody a higher hourly rate because they know something I don't know. We just need to figure out what I don't know and then just have the lower paying rate employees do the job. If you want to post a job and say anybody, $10 an hour up can apply, we can see what they're doing, and just by researching their Ahrefs, we can see if it's working. And if it is, we can just talk to them, maybe even hire them for a week just to see what they're doing, and then go back to the lower paying guys. At the end of the day, a lot of labor still needs to be done, and I just can't afford to pay that high of a rate if we have so many people working.
Let me just talk to him again and let you know what he can deliver on that. And I want to tell you about this guy. This is a fixed price job, and he said he can do it in $3 per hour.
What I want you to show him is this. Look, tell him that in Fiverr, I can do Scrapebox. Like they're basically saying, I will give you 10,000 live Scrapebox backlinks for $5. Right? The only annoying thing is that for me to order it from Fiverr, I have to pay someone to actually do the ordering one by one and submit it one by one. It's very annoying, and it actually comes out to be more than $5 because of that. I'm okay with this price theoretically. Yeah, like I would be okay with it. So, but the only thing is that people are selling like here. I will provide you a fresh 800,000 Scrapebox auto-approve list. Right, 800,000 links. So I'll pay $5. I have 800,000 links. So my question is, can I give him 800,000 links? I'll provide it to him. And is he willing to work at a $5 fixed price to complete the whole 800,000? So the question is, I'll give him maybe 50 jobs. So we're talking about $250. Or we can just go by, $5 at a time. As he completes it, we'll give him more. He says he runs 40 threads, right? 40 threads, let's say 5 seconds a thread. So 60 divided by 5, which is 12 times 40, 480. He can do 480 comments a minute, which is 30,000 an hour, which is 26 hours for 800,000 of them. But he's not doing anything, he's just running it.
Yes.
So here's what we can propose to him. We can say do 30,000 links, so 30,000 Scrapebox links for, let's say, $4, which is Fiverr is $5. We'll tell him 4 plus oDesk, which is $4.50. He just matches the Fiverr price, and that's it.
Okay, Igor, there's another Bangladeshi guy who wants to do it in a $1 per hour.
Okay.
Due to his internet connection speed, he can do only 20 to 25 threads per second.
Well, again, the thing is, I don't want to pay them per hour because if the job takes them longer than an hour, then, so in other words, if he's going to say the job took 10 hours, even though he's billing me $1 an hour, it's still more than 4.
Okay, we can post this job in a fixed price.
Well, that's fine. Basically, just tell him that we'll provide you the list of auto-approved blogs. I'll just get it from here. And offer the job at, let's see who's going to do this. Let's say $5, because there are some people who actually do this for, like, look, there's somebody who does 100,000 Scrapebox, right? So they'll do 100,000 links to the Scrapebox. See, like, I'll give you, okay, this is a fresh list. I'll get you 10,000. There was somebody who was doing 100,000, but anyway, whatever. Just tell him, see if anybody's even gonna do this. Tell him $5 for 300,000. So for every 300,000, we'll do $5. If people are gonna say no, they don't want to do it, we'll lower that to 100,000 for $5, and we'll see who's gonna do that.
Okay.
We'll provide the list to them.
Okay.
See if this guy's willing to work. If not, then we'll get someone else.
Okay.